Let me know once it is visible also, my screen. I started my screen sharing. Let me know once it is visible. You able to see my screen? Fine. Thanks. So thanks for joining another demo session. So today we are going to discuss about architecture of Power BI. So maybe whoever not joined in my previous demo sessions, you will get a links from Naresh IT admin team. So please go through it. Okay. As a part of today's discussion, I'm going to showcase you the architecture. Along with, I'll just try to give you a basic brief about previous sessions too. Along with that, one simple case study. So how we are going to share the real time, okay, streaming data analysis. So yesterday, as a part of that, I got one of the question, how we are going to showcase the streaming data sets and how we are going to project the visualizations on streaming source system. Okay, like real-time statistics, second by second or else a minute by minute, how the values will be get change and how we are going to project the visualization. Okay, so I'm not giving again my description like you know about me, so I'm just trying to skip this slide. As a part of today's agenda, we are going to discuss a brief about what is Power BI, why it is required, and the architecture of Power BI. What are the environments that we have in Power BI in this architecture we are going to discuss. Along with that, we are going to discuss about the course details at the end. Okay, what are the things that I'm going to cover? We will discuss that part as well. Okay, let me see here. It's very simple. It's a product from the Microsoft which has been released in 2015. 2015 to, I mean, within a short period of time, this tool is leading the market and compared with the other tools, other BA tools that are available like a Tableau, ClickSense from the Google. It is there is a Looker is there. Okay, because it's a product and it is coming as in most of the organizations and users will use Office 365. Okay, so they were trying to provide it as a free tool. And if they're interested, they can try to change or else they can try to migrate their BA tools, other BA tools to this Microsoft Power BI. It's a business intelligence tool which helps us to analyze the data. So which is available in the form of a tabular view or as a tabular information. We will try to connect different data source system which you are observing on the left hand side, Internet Explorer or else Access TV. We are going to import all the data sources, any kind of a data source systems using this tool, Power BI desktop application. And final goal should be something like we are going to visualize it. So we are going to showcase some insight. Okay, kind of a numbers and categorical data. We are going to visualize in the form of a charts, bar graph, this kind of an information. In a simpler manner, if you are observing the snapshot, the chart which I'm providing here, we are going to connect the source systems, that is nothing but a data. That data will be get resides either in the SQL Server or else Excel file format or else Access DB source system or else cloud-based application. By using this tool, Power BI tool, we are going to extract it, import the required tables into this application. And final goal should be something like visually representation. So the instead of same tabular view, we are going to represent the connected data set in the form of visual. Okay, kind of a quick navigation or as a quick site through, we can try to walk. Okay, very simple process. See here, what are the data source that will be get supported? So as I mentioned in my previous demos, it is not with 4 to 5 data source system, more than 100 plus data source extractions, we can easily extract it. So some of the third-party connectors are required or it's free to extract it, okay? Some connectors if you have in the sense, maybe example, Postgres SQL database. You want to get extract data from Postgres SQL database, we need some connectors, NPG SQL connector. Okay, so we can try to extract more than 100 plus data source system. We can import it. And we can analyze the data once you have imported, and we can start building the visualization. There is no limit. Okay. And the file will be get stored. Okay, it will be get saved in the form of an extension PBIX file. Okay, in the Power BI desktop application, this will be get stored in the form of a PBIX. And why Power BI? If someone will ask you, monthly basis, it is not a static application. Monthly basis, as a community part or as per the Microsoft support team, they can try to release some new features. Some preview features will be get released on each and every month. Okay, maybe at the start of the month or else end of the month, they can try to add the new features to this tool. And as I said, maximum data source we can get connected by using this Power BI desktop application. There is an option name called Get Data. By using the Get Data tab, we are going to extract different database extractions. And it is a leader in the Gartner's Magic Quadrant. What is this Gartner Magic Quadrant means? Gartner is the third party, another company, the market analysis based company. They can try to release on each and every industries and sector part, the product which is leading the, as per the comparison or else as per the usage part on the industries. So they can try to analyze it. They can release some what is the best tool that are available as per the market trends. They can try to release it. So in that, Microsoft Power BI is leading the market compared with other tools like Tableau, ClickSense, ThoughtSpot, Looker, okay, SAPB. So other tools. Okay, these many features are there. And very, very important thing is why Power BI means the charges. Okay, monthly basis, if you are using the Power BI services, charges are minimal compared with other tools. They are charging less amount compared with other tools that are available in market, like $9.99 per month per single user usage part. Okay. So this slide you have observed in my previous snapshot as well. So here, very simple activity. So here we have two different environments. Power BI desktop is for the static, and most of our development activities we are going to perform in desktop. On Power BI services, here it is chargeable. So if you're, because we are going to use the cloud-based application, right? We are going to store our data. We are going to use some dedicated workspaces in the cloud environment. For that, Microsoft is charging some minimal, like as per the subscription base, okay? It's a pro user license, premium user license, and so on. So Power BI services is another environment. So most of our development activities, we are going to do it at Power BI desktop. Okay. See here, it's not very complex architecture. It's very, very, very simple architecture. If you are observing in the previous slide to this slide, as you are observing, right, Power BI desktop is a static where we are going to connect different data source systems and we are going to prepare the report development. So once the development completed, what we are going to do the next steps as per this. So we have an option name called Publish button. Publish tab is there in Power BI desktop. Once we sign up with our working mail ID, we are going to publish into the cloud-based, that is nothing but Power BI services environment. So our reports will be get stored in the dedicated workspace in services. In services here, Power BI cloud environment, our report will be get stored. And from there, you are going to provide an access to the business user or else a customer, whoever want to see some insight or else a visuals. Okay. So what about this gateway connections means? Example, I have completed my report development and I have deployed it into the cloud. On the next day, I don't want to republish it. I don't want to refresh my data from Power BI desktop. So I want to automate it. I want to automate by using a third-party connector name called Power BI Gateways. Gateway connections are there. We are going to install this software, Power BI Gateway Management, and we are going to automate it, okay, by providing the proper credentials. So we are going to automate the data refreshes and the interval settings and all by using this Power BI Gateway Management. Okay. Daily basis, we no need to open the Power BI desktop and then refresh and publish the report. Okay, we no need to do that. Once it is done, the report development completed with the help of gateway management, we are going to automate it. Okay, that part we are going to do it at Power BI services level, gateway connection, gateway management connections. Very simple architecture. If you're observing, these are all some of the quick in future, right? Some of the source systems are getting already supported in the Power BI services level. In future, the plan is something from the Microsoft. Instead of using the Power BI desktop as a development environment, they're planning to do all the data source extraction and transformation activities in the cloud-based only. So they're planning to move from completely cloud. Okay, instead of using two different environments. That's the plan. But as of now, we have to do the activity, the data extraction and the report development activities in Power BI desktop only. Okay, and then only we are going to publish into the cloud-based application. But in future part, we are going to extract the data in the cloud environment. We are going to perform the data transformations in cloud environment, report development also in Power BI services. Okay. Hope it is clear. See here, what is this Power BI services or else a cloud? As I said, it's a software as a services. We are going to call it as a Power BI online also. Power BI desktop is a static environment. So which is, maybe if you haven't installed this Power BI desktop, I will share you the link. And we have a Power BI online or as a Power BI cloud, which we are going to make use of in services environment. To get connect to this services, you have to type in the web browser app.powerbi.com. So just try to type in the web browser with app.powerbi.com so that you can get connected to the Power BI cloud environment. So to get connected, right, we need an official or else a working mail ID. We cannot connect with our personal mail IDs like a Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. We cannot connect with those personal mail IDs. We need a working email ID. Then only we can able to connect to these services. This part I'm going to help you on the regular sessions. So once it will be get started, how to get created, and I will add you the user list so that you can get created and we can see the Power BI services activities or also functionalities too. Okay. Very simple. Okay. As per the architecture, if you are observing two environments that we have, Power BI desktop and the Power BI services. Development environment, we are going to call it as a Power BI desktop. We are going to do all the development activities in Power BI desktop environment. So see here, this simple information will help you to understand what are the activities we are going to do it on regular basis once we can started with learning on this Power BI. See here, data extraction. So we need to connect some data source, right? We are going to do that activity from Power BI desktop only. And the data cleanup, or else maybe example, what is this data transform or else a data cleanup in the sense? I have 100 columns in one table. Example, sales table is there. I have 100 columns are there. With all 100 fields or columns, I'm not going to use, correct? I'm going to use maybe 10 to 15 columns from my report development. Remaining all other columns are not useful for my analysis or else report building. In that kind of a scenario, we need to remove the unwanted columns or fields. So these activities, we are going to do it internally within the tool. That one we are going to call it as transform or else a Power Query editor layer. And backend, to remove those columns, we are going to, it will be get supported with an M language. So these modifications and all we are going to do by using backend language name called M Mashup language. So here I'm calling it as a language. It is not a coding or else some programming language. It's a formula language. Okay. It's a simple button click transformations only. You don't need to worry about it. Simple data transformation activities are button click, or else maybe you have to write simple formulas only. Simple formulas and functions. Not very big programming or else code. And the next important activity, data modeling. Yesterday in my session, right, I have extracted some tables from database. I have extracted more than 3 to 4 tables there. I have built a relationship between one table to the another table, correct? So these data, after data extraction cleanup, if we are extracting couple of tables, we have to build the data model also, because the connectivity is required, and we have to bring some visual on the top of the report analysis. We have to build the relationship between one entity to this another entity or table. Okay. So data modeling activities we are going to prepare at Power BI desktop. And calculations. Previously I discussed, right? Creating a calculation. Maybe example, I have a sales data within year 2022 to 2023. I want to compare my current year sales value with my previous year value. In that kind of a scenario, I'm going to write some metric measure, right? It will be get supported, this calculation which will be get supported in Power BI desktop, and we can make use of the backend language is DAX language, data analysis expression. So this language also has formulas and functions. If you are familiar with an Excel formulas, it is easy to understand. Okay, or else I'm going to give you the detailed example based on scenarios. Then fine, 1 to 4 queries, 1 to 4 steps has been completed. Then what is the next step? Next step is very important, where we are going to present, where we are going to share our connected data set and formulas in the form of visual representation. So we are going to start telling the story. So these are the very important metrics or else visuals which the business user is expecting, and from there he is going to take some quick decisions, business decisions accordingly. So 1 to 5 activities, if you're observing 1 to 5 activities, we are going to do it at Power BI desktop level, and it is 100% free. And we are going to call this environment as development environment. And the remaining activity, once the development has been completed as per the architecture, which you just observe, I'm going to publish it. I'm going to publish this report onto the services, okay, which is a cloud-based environment. So we are going to distribute or share our report, develop a report to the business user, end users. And the 7th activity is data automation. So just now we discussed, we are going to automate the connected tables or else the data sets. So by using what? How we are going to automate it? Just now we discussed. Any guess? Actual causes maybe next week onwards. Just now we discussed, as a part of architecture, we are going to automate the data source by using what? Can someone please respond? As per the architecture here. Power BI gateways or else a gateway connections. Okay. So with the help of Power BI gateway management, we are going to automate it. Okay, we are going to schedule the report as per the business needs. Okay, the data automation, we are going to do it by using, gateway management connections. So 6th and 7th activities, we are going to perform at the Power BI services level. Sometimes if there is a dedicated administrator, okay, Power BI admin is also separate job, separate administration team is there, they can try to do those activities. We have to send an email. So these activities has been published. Please try to automate, or else please try to schedule it. Okay, these activities they can try to schedule. If there is no admin team, the 6th and 7th activities as well, we have to complete. Okay, as per the companies, okay, depends upon the company to company. So 1 to 7, if you want to master this, Power BI PL 300 certification, or else you can get a job on Power BI. Okay, these are the regular activities which you are going to do it on daily basis, as we are going to extract the data, or else maybe we will be work at the data transformations part, or as the modeling layer, building the data model, or else trying to understand the business calculations and try to implement as a by using the DAX language. Okay. I hope it is clear. Any queries? Please try to chat. Okay, in the chat box. Please try to respond in the chat. Everyone following? Thank you. These components that are available in Power BI, it's a kind of a functionality. So once you can get started with Power BI, what are the things that we have to work on daily basis? So along with the steps, 7 pillars, if you want to navigate in detail, these are the components or else the functionalities that are available at Power BI. For data cleanup, if you're observing the previous slide, right, mastering the tool, Power Query Editor, just now we discussed for data transformation activities inside the Power BI desktop application, we have a Power Query Editor window, okay, which we are going to perform the data cleanup activities. And Power Pivot, which is nothing but the data model, which we have showcased in the previous slide, modeling part. We will call it as a data. Maybe if you are extracting multiple tables or else connecting with multiple tables, we are going to perform the data modeling or else a relationship building activities between one table to the another table. And the next part is visualization. So the main primary focus is connected data set, we have to visualize it. So without visualization, I mean, without any data set, there is no visuals, right? So with the connected information, we are going to visualize it. We are going to select some different types of a charts or a graph. We are going to visualize it. And the another important component is Power Map. So as per the latest releases, Power Map component has been hidden. So Power Map in the sense, example, I have a data set. In that, there is a field name called country field, like India, Germany, US, Australia. Country information is available in that one of the field. So whenever if you are trying to drag and drop as per the geospatial and AI-based engine has been running behind, it will be get detected, okay, a map kind of a chart. So Power Map is an one more inbuilt component in Power BI. Whenever if you are trying to drag and drop a fields like city or else a region, country, pin code base, automatically the map visual will be get reflected. Okay. Like that, Power BI desktop is a development tool. So most of our development activities, we are going to do it. And Power Q&A. What is this question and answer? Power question and answer in the sense. So example, I am failed to choose some visual. Okay, I can write a query. Okay, maybe I want to see the what is the current year sales and comparison with the last year. I'm just trying to write a query. I don't know which chart I want to choose, but I can try to write a query by using that option, Power Question and Answer. So once you type that query, right, the output will be get responded in the form of a visual. So that inbuilt feature as per the natural language processing engine has been built in. So it will be get detected and the output will be get reflected in the form of visual insight. Okay. So this is an inbuilt feature, Power Q&A. If you are trying to choose some visual or some chart, either that we can try to choose the question and output will be get reverted in the form of answer. Okay, in the form of a chart. So these are the different components that are available within Power BI. Okay, in the desktop level. Hope it is clear. So as I said, Power BI desktop is for all our data accessing part and building the report. And I'm going to showcase one of the demo with the streaming data analysis, how we are going to stream the public or else maybe the domains part. With one of the example, I'm going to showcase the case study now. And it is not limited with one single source. As I mentioned, right, we can able to connect more than 100 plus data source system, multiple data sources we can try to import it as per the requirement. On the visualization side, by default, you can see 30 plus visuals. And if you want to import some advanced or some custom visuals, we can import it. It will be get supported more than 200 plus complex or as a custom visualization. Okay. So these are the very important features or also path, activities that we are going to do it in Power BI. So let's try to focus on the case study which we discussed, okay? The streaming data analysis. I hope up to this part is clear to you. Let me showcase one demo. Case study with the streaming data source system. See here, to do that streaming data source analysis, we need to get connected to the services. So it will not get supported. We don't need to do the development activity in the Power BI desktop level. We can try to perform that streaming data analysis at Power BI services, cloud-based application itself. So how we are going to do that? So as I said, let me open it freshly. Maybe you can get to know. See here, to get connected to the services, as I said, app.powerbi.com. Okay, type it. For initial connections or else initial part of connecting to this Power BI services, it will be get ask you, please try to add your email ID. Okay, so there you have to enter your working mail ID, not your personal mail IDs. Okay, like maybe if you are already started working in some organization, it will enroll. Okay, we have to enroll by using that official mail ID, not our personals. Okay, once you sign up with your official or as a working email ID, this is the front end view on the Power BI services part. You can see this window. Okay, on the left hand side, if you're observing different tabs that are available, these are all the tabs where you can try to browse it or else where we can try to see the app creation and so on. Here, we are going to create some new workspace. So workspace is nothing but like where we are going to publish our report and the data sets will get resides along with our report development. So let me create one report now, new workspace. I will tell you. Can you see my Power BI services window in the chat box, please? Able to see my Power BI services window? Please observe as of now, maybe if you are not able to connect to this Power BI services, maybe in the regular sessions part, I can show you how to get connect with you with this Power BI services. But as of now, please observe how it will be, how we are going to do the development of the streaming data analysis, real-time data analysis. Hope you are able to see. Fine. Workspace is nothing but a repository. If you want to store your data set or report, and if you want to provide some access, from here only we are going to do that. My workspace. Okay, sorry, workspace. My workspace is by default, your personal workspace. Maybe I want to distribute the report to some business users, means I'm going to create a new workspace. Okay, then the charges and all are applicable. Okay, I'm giving some name to this workspace like streaming report, something like this. Streaming, not one report, streaming. Apply. So I've created a workspace. So here I can try to publish my reports or else try to develop some streaming analysis, or maybe I can prepare a dashboard as well. So how we are going to prepare a streaming report development in this workspace? See here we have an option called new. I'm not going to prepare any report now. I'm going to prepare a streaming analysis by using the streaming data set. Select it. So here we can try to push or else we can try to connect if you are working with the streaming or else a real-time data with the three different options. If you want to push the data, okay, real-time data. That is, one is API connector. providing subscription key and channel keys and so on. So I'm going to showcase you the PubNub dataset. Select it. I'm selecting here. Okay. And what is this API in the sense? Maybe I want to create my own analysis with some, maybe internally I want to develop some new columns as well as the new development along with the historical analysis. Then I can go with this API. So I want to prepare some historical analysis along with, I want to define some rules. Then I can go with the API. But this time I'm navigating to the PubNub, which is an already built-in connectors are there. So I'm just trying to use the PubNub. Select it. Next, I want to give the dataset name. So giving the dataset name as PubNub streaming source. So there is a website. I will share you in the link, this link, the chat box. Maybe if you already connected, please try to use it. Okay. There is a website. As I said, this is a third party. Okay. We have to, as a part of demo, they are providing 3 or 4 different streaming analysis source system. If, maybe if you want to use in our regular activities, there is some charges. Okay. Third party connected to PubNub is. So I'm just trying to post this link in the chat box as well, maybe for your reference. Okay. So I'm choosing something like sensor data. If you're observing this, there is a Twitter messages, or else maybe if you have gaming side, means gaming connectors are there, and Wikipedia pages. If you want to extract the bulk Wikipedia pages and then streaming information, Wikipedia analysis. I want to read the data from the sensor information like the temperature. Okay, for what it is, minute to minute or else second by second. I want to analyze that information. So I'm choosing the sensor reading bar. Okay, select the range. Okay, select sensor network. It's up to you. You can choose others too, like a Twitter streaming, or else maybe game statistics, market order. As of now, I'm choosing the sensor network where I want to see the temperature, humidity, and so on, radiation levels, and so on. So once you get selected, there is something like a subscription key and the channel name. Okay. So just try to copy it. Okay. Subscription key. These are the key information, API keys. Copy and paste it. Subscription key. Channel name is required. So we are trying to connect sensor data, right? Channel name is important. Copy. So previously I have showcased you the API. So there you have to build the key information as well as the channel information. But this is an inbuilt connectors which are provided by the third-party developers like a PubNub. So here I'm extracting subscription key and channel information. This is not required. This is an optional. PAM authentication user is an optional. Try to select next. Streaming dataset name is I've just added. And these are the fields that we have. If you're observing the back end, right, see here, humidity, photo sensor, radiation level, these are the fields that we have. So the same fields are available whenever I'm just trying to add it to my data set. See here, sensor, humidity, photo sensor, ambient temperature, radiation level, timestamp. Okay. And still, if you want to add some new fields means, then it is a customization. But as of now, I'm not adding any customization. I'm trying to make use of the existing fields only. Okay. Fields are as entities. Let's try to create it. Create. I have created the dataset, PubNub streaming dataset. Now, how we are going to project the dashboard or else a report. So I just added the dataset name. So you're observing the type is a dataset streaming source system. I want to make use of those fields as my report development. So to get this done, I'm going to use a dashboard, create a dashboard. Okay. Dashboard creation. Giving the name as sensor report. Okay. Great. So here we are going to add that streaming data set. So how we are going to add it? So here we have an option, edit, add a tile. So I want to add a streaming, custom streaming data source fields. Try to add the custom streaming data source. PubNub already added, that is the streaming data set. Next, so what type of visual you want to add? Maybe I'm interested with the card visual, I can try to select. If I'm interested with the line chart representation, I can try to select. So these are the default charts that will be get supported. So only few charts that will be get supported for streaming analysis. Maybe I'm interested with the card visual, select it. Add a field. We already selected some fields, right? There is a humidity field is there, temperature field is there. Just try to select the field, required field, humidity. Next. So if you're observing in this dashboard, it is already get added. Okay, apply. See here, the numbers will be get changed as per the back and how it will get reflected. Streaming info, it will be get changed. Like that, let me add few more visualizations. Add it time, streaming. Next. I'm interested with this time a line chart with some timestamp. Value with something. I'm just trying to add the sensor. Okay. Next. Apply. So you can adjust these cards. Maybe it's not fit, or else maybe you want to reduce the size of it. You can reduce it. It's up to us. And I just want to enhance this line chart. I'm just trying to add it. So as I said, minute to minute, you can see the analysis in this way. Okay. Each and every minute by minute or else second by second, you can see that streaming info. Okay. Let's try to add a few more. Everyone following or else any confusion? Can please respond. I just want to add this time. Humidity. Sorry, already added. Let me change. Sorry. Everyone following, right? Selecting the data set, and from here you can try to choose any type of visualizations. Maybe this time I'll choose a gauge chart. Value with this. That's fine. Next. Okay. So as per the customer requirement, what is the use of this visual means? So real-time statistics also we can try to build. Okay. So by using some third-party connectors, or else maybe if you are preparing your own API, we can try to develop. Maybe if you are using the cloud-based environment, we have a streaming source system that is Azure Stream is there. From there also we can try to get extracted. Okay, it's not with only data extraction with the static data or else on-premises information. We can also showcase the to the business user the real streaming data. Maybe if they're interested with the second by second or else continuous streaming, they can try to monitor these statistics. So how we are going to share this report? So this you have developed this report, but we don't know how to share it. So if you're observing, there is an option name called share. I just want to share this report with one of the user, Michael. I'll just try to add him. Michael. Let's. So my end user, right? He is going to receive this image and also this link. Allow the recipient or else the end user to share this dashboard to some other. So I'll just try to disable this option and remaining options should be get enabled. Why these two is requirements? I want a notification alert to his mailbox. So I'm just sending an email notification. So that's why it is enabled. And also the recipient, maybe he want to build some new visual or as a new addition to this, he can try to add. But why you have removed this option means I don't want that user, the Alexa or else Michael, to share this report without my consent. So that's why I have disabled this, the first option. Okay, just try to grant the permission access so that he will get the both the people will be get in notifications to their mail. Okay, so in this way we are going to build the real-time statistics, real-time visual representation. I hope it is clear. Okay. So once real or else regular sessions will get started, we will discuss other examples as well if time permits. Okay. Fine. And related to the course, as I said, I will share you the link in the chat box. Please go through it. Okay. And I'm ready to take the questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand so that I can take few queries in the meantime. Update offline classes next week. I'm coming. Okay, we will take at the time. Is that okay to you? Next week. Tell me. Any query? Do you have any
Hi, sir.
queries?
Hello. Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Any queries? Please let me know.
When
Yes, I
we will
unmuted
be
Harika.
learning SQL?
Yes, tell me.
When we will be learning SQL?
You can speak. Sorry? Fine then. Tomorrow also I'm going to take one more session related to some new topic. Okay. We will discuss that. We will discuss that new topic information as well. And the course details, just to go through the link which I have shared already and let me know if any. SQL, I'm not sure, but as a part of Power BI, right, you can get the session from my end. Complete Power BI and SQL part, you can receive the documents. Okay. Another question? I hope I have answered to you, Harkam. Lavanya, your query, please. Power BI plus SQL is required.
Sir, is the brochure designs in Power BI?
Sorry, is that?
Brochure topic.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dinesh, I have answered to your query, right? Okay. Yes, we can edit the web. Okay. API we have to build. That's what I said, right? API part, if we are very good on API designing, we have to build, or else we have to take the reference from existing APIs too. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me showcase one data set. Extract it. 1 second. Let me share my screen. See here, I'm just trying to extract a data set. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. You able to see my screen? How to create a calculation. So I'll just try to show you what is the calculation. See here, I'm just trying to load one simple data set. Financial. Okay, 1 second. Data set loaded. So the calculation part, what is this calculation means? Financial table is there. So let me drag and drop something like month. Okay, along with the profit. Let me convert to a table chart, table view. Okay. So here is like monthly basis, monthly wise, sum of profit. Maybe I want to calculate, okay, month over month. Okay, month over month profit, each and every month comparison profit. In that kind of a scenario, I need to create a calculation. So to create a calculation, as I said, in our theoretical part, measures or else some DAX calculations, right? So with the help of measures, which is available here, see this new measure. These are all the calculations part, okay? These four objects, new measure, quick measure, new column, new table, we are going to call it as an calculation, DAX calculation. So with the help of these four, we are going to create a calculation. So to create a month over month, I'm going to make use of new measure. It's a calculation, right? Number. I want to see the previous year value or something like that. So giving the name as MOM, month over month. Something like that. Calculate sum of profit. Close the bracket. Previous month. So these are the formulas. These are simple formulas, easy to understand. It's a simple name only, so that we can try to add it. So just try to add the financial date field. Close the bracket, validate it. So you're going to write the formula in the formula editor, which we are calling it as an in the Power BI desktop level DAX object part. And then we can try to add this information onto your report dollar. Yeah, okay, in this way. Let me remove this. Okay. Able to see, right? Someone asked how we are going to create the formulas. So these are the formulas which we are going to create. Sorry. Okay. On regular sessions part, we are going to do the maximum DAX calculations. So which we are going to cover most of the important DAX calculations so that it will be helpful. So we have a lookup function here. Yes, correct. For the development part, whatever the formulas that are required, and while working on the project part, we will get to know. Shravan. Tell me, Tirupati, your query, any query?
After completion of Power BI, how many roles we are going to apply?
How many
roles we are eligible to apply?
As per the experience, right? Depends upon the experience. If you have 5 years or as a 4 years, as per the depending upon the experience, you can apply. Like a 2 years experience wise means you can get accordingly. So this profiles and all, I'm going to share it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, tell me, Anurag.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. So my question is, we create a common report for many clients, but their
Your voice is
databases are...
very, your voice is very low. Can you please be louder?
Yes, sir.
How many?
Sir, we create a common BI report for many clients, but their databases are different, sir. Their
Hey,
own
can you
servers.
please try? Hey, there is an echo. I'm not able to hear. You can chart. You can do a chart, and then I can respond.
So we create a common BI report for many clients.
Okay. Okay. Common
So,
report.
for many clients,
Okay.
for different type of clients, the report are same. Their databases are different. So we
Okay.
need to install Power BI desktop every clients, or we just manage the publishing report.
So you have to install Power BI desktop, and from there you can extract whatever the sources information as per the plant, you can extract it. So maybe one of the plant is having SQL Server, I can extract that source system. Maybe another plant is using some new database, I can try to extract it in that way. So we can club all together, and then we have to build the data model if you want the interaction between one plant to another plant.
So we can change the connection string in one time.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, connection strings are required, right? Yes.
Yeah, we can change it dynamically in one time.
Your voice is very low. I mean, some discrepancy I'm seeing.
So we can change the connect. Can we change the connection string in one time?
Correct. Yes, in runtime. So what about freshers? Freshers, limited options, okay, limited for freshers. But some companies are taking the for freshers as well, like junior Power BI developers and so on. For MacBook, as I already discussed this option, so there is a bridge. So I will share you the link if required, if you're using the MacBooks. For development activities, it will not get supported for MacBooks because it's a Windows application. Power BI is a Windows application, so we have to install some bridge connector, and then we have to make use of this application. Okay. Fine. Last question, Tejas. Tejas,
Hello.
yes, tell me.
Sir, Power BI classes offline या online?
Offline next week onwards, I will come there to office. I will give you.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है.
Okay.
Okay sir. Okay.
Fine. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day, and we'll get connect tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.